them curly cables are brake pipes, so there should be a red one and a yellow one, like on the front of that trailer there. So this one's got damaged, the red one, so I'm just going to go and pick a new one up now. So it's quite handy being able to ring Fleet Factors, tell them what I want, I'm going to leave it at the door, I don't even have to go in. So it's a COVID-free experience. Good thing about being on the urban fringe is Fleet Factors is only up the road. We get all we need for sort of air pipes, brakes and all that kind of stuff. Literally 5 minutes away from the yard. I'm sticking the water out one of the trailers. Oh, there's Brian, but he's not really called Brian. We had some rain last night. I'm going to actually have a look now at the rain gauge, see how much we had, because everywhere looks quite wet. Yeah, we've had 13 mil of rain, which is half an inch. So it's no wonder everywhere looks wet and flooded. Some of the wheat, you can see it shining between the rows because it's just obviously flooded. So not a good start, because I thought tomorrow's supposed to rain even worse. So we'll see what we get tomorrow. Just inside the muck spreader. So I'll show you how it works. So you've got these bars like this, these chains at the edges. So the sprockets at the back, they're like toothed wheels. They turn really slowly, but you can set the speed. So as you're driving along the field, you set it. So say if you want 10 tonnes to the acre, you put 10 tonnes in the spreader, then you drive the same distance as an acre, depending on how wide you're spreading as well. So you might spread about 4 metres wide. You work out what it is, drive along at a constant speed, and then you set the bed chain, which is this, turn it at the right rate so it delivers the time it takes you to drive it over an acre. So it delivers 10 tonnes through the rear beaters. So this door here, big hydraulic door, slides up and lets the muck out. This is what they call a slurry door, so if you wanted you could scoop slurry into here, which is like obviously wet muck, and then spread that as well, or go down the road without it leaking out the back, because you don't want the road smelling. So dead simple, chains pulling the bars, and the rear rotors obviously spin around. They're like big corkscrews with teeth on that rip them up to bits to make it all fluffy and throw it out with like frisbee sort of saucers on the bottom. So not a lot to them really, but simple design, works really well. We like simple. So I'm just measuring up now with the tape measure, because we're going to put a timber edge along the top here, so when people are loading it with the buckets, if they catch it, they only damage the timber, which is cheap, rather than actually denting the whole chassis of the spreader. So the shaft that drives it, put it back in, motor. Get that in there now. Tap with the hammer. Ta-da! Better. Yeah, it's working now. Right, so winding that over in the middle, backwards and forwards, to try and get all the ash out underneath. And what we call the step brake, which is that bit there with the stuff burning on top. So it just keeps jamming up like a sandy grit. You've just got to go like forwards 1.5 turns, backwards half a turn, forwards 2 turns, and just keep going until it winds out. Richard's just cutting some steel ready for the modification on the spreader. Andrew's gone to pick the timber up, and I'm looking for batteries because I'm fixing the boiler. It's still not right. I'm starting to lose patience with this now. This bolt snapped a minute ago because we were winding it backwards and forwards and it sheared, and now the bolt down there has come out and twisted the guard, and the auger's still jammed, and I don't particularly want to cool the boiler down, which takes about 3 hours, and climb inside and scoop all the ash out. So I'm going to have to take this bracket off now, fix the bracket, and then keep persevering trying to get it to go, but it's slightly annoying. Got the auger out, all this gravel is coming out of it. That's what's jamming it up, because the auger's really warm. So these flights here are really narrow, but at the other end they're a lot wider. They should be that big. So what's happening is the ash is coming forwards and it can't go anywhere because these aren't moving it fast enough, so it's just jamming up. So I have to put a new auger in it tomorrow, hopefully. So we're never going to get it going. No wonder it broke the bracket. Right, pull it back! We've got a tube through and compressed air. We're blowing it out now where the auger was to clean it so that we can get the boiler on tonight. Yes, the fire burns up there and then the ash walks along the top and then little blocks. Hold on, I'll get my fingers in so you can see. Them little blocks slide backwards and forwards, walking the ash out, and these augers carry it out, but anything that falls through the gaps in the little blocks there on that row ends up underneath, so an auger around there carries it out to this one. But all the little stones and heavy stuff falls through and then blocks in there, and because it's worn out and the auger had stopped turning because the keyway had fell out, it's all built up, so when we turn it on now it's just jamming solid because there's so much of it in there. So we need to put a new auger on it, but hopefully we'll get one tomorrow. So we'll just clean it out now with the compressed air and the hoover, and then it'll run overnight till tomorrow. I don't know whether you can hear, but Rich has got the big road compressor, so he's going to put it in this hole now. We'll see what happens. Turns out the pipe on the air compressor's not, on the road compressor's not long enough. Just pull it back and let it do what I would do, but it's like ejecting at its end. Turn the chimney on flat out now and got it stuck in air and you can see it pulling all the stones out underneath. Turn it off. Yeah. Got it lit again now, the boiler. It should be all right overnight until we get the ash auger tomorrow. Can't get it all in, can you? It's a massive boiler. Like, I know, the size of a bus. These are all water pumps. So that ash auger, I've just put a block of wood over it. That's it there on the floor now, worn out. Should be like that big all over. Bit of an oil leak on the Merlot.
70 hours on it.
70 hours on it?
70 hours.
At least he didn't do it outside Alder, eh? Tighten the other week, it was dripping as well. Had to bring it back the yard on a low loader just in case. Have to use that one next. What do we need, Adam? No we don't. No we don't. No we don't. Because they won't lift anything as good as these. Yeah, the great machines, Merlots, it's just sometimes they don't tighten stuff up properly and they kind of leak a little bit when they're new. That one's been perfect, to be fair. It's on 70 hours, which is pretty good. Normally do it in the first day or so. Saw that in the morning. Hopefully get my sides on my Muck spreader because the boiler's took up all afternoon. I'm filthy. Now I've got a red tractor meeting to do on the computer, so I'm going to go and do that. So thanks everyone for watching. There's like loads of new people that are watching. I don't know where you've come from, but thanks. And I'll see you all tomorrow. And click like and subscribe and whatever you do. See you later. Oh, by the way, that footpath thing, it's gone freaking everywhere, hasn't it? There's been 10,000 more odd shares on Facebook or whatever, so there's a hell of a lot of people saw that, and the Farmers Weekly doing an article on it as well. So, all good. I've got dust in my eyes. Right, bye.